All right, everyone. This is a special post-guilty verdict episode of the show. I'm Lance Ash, and here's my wife Bonnie with me.
Hello.
And we're not holding out much hope that Trump will actually serve jail time, but we are temporarily happy that he was found guilty.
Yes, very much so. Best quote of the day was, "Finally, Donald Trump has won the popular vote at last."
Yeah. So, we just finished watching Kimmel's special post-Trump press conference monologue where he just rambled nonsensically. And here's the thing. On the one hand, Trump claims he never had sex with that woman, but on the other, yeah, he did pay her to make a non-disclosure agreement. If he didn't have sex with her, then why did he get her to sign a non-disclosure agreement? I'm a little bit confused about this situation. But, of course, millions of Americans are not confused about it because it doesn't matter to them. As long as he's not a Democrat, that's all they need to know.
And then there's the Republicans going on and on about how this is Biden and this is the New York Democrats. It's all their problem. They did this. It's a big grand conspiracy. Forgetting the fact that in 2018, while Trump was in office, his Justice Department oversaw the conviction of Michael Cohen for the payments to the porn star and the Playboy model. This all started under his own administration, his own Justice Department. And they think somehow or another, Biden's orchestrating this. No, this is just the natural order of things. This is how it all played out. Now the chickens are coming home to roost.
You know, Bonnie and I both have a unique perspective on this because we both went to a private Christian school where it wasn't enough for them to inculcate and indoctrinate the students with Christianity. It was also incumbent upon them that they teach us that the Democratic Party was the army of Satan and that only the Republicans had a monopoly on truth. And I mean,
that America should be a theocracy, that we were a Christian nation, yada yada.
And somehow, because the Democrats were for social programs, that made them evil, when exactly the opposite is the case.
How dare they give those fishes and loaves to those who were hungry?
But see, they're taking fish out of your pocket to do it. That's what it boils. That's what they care about.
They seem to forget all the things that we support with our tax dollars that those of us who have real morals don't agree with.
Yeah. Well, I've been back in Athens 10 weeks now, which is hard to believe. And they're going to have to get us some help because I just can't keep doing 3 things at once. And what else is going on lately? I'm trying to finish a painting this weekend. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I went out for a drive today. Found out there's this tiny little place down the road in Lexington, Georgia, where they show local artwork. And the display space was much smaller than I even imagined it would be. But I think I could probably squeeze in 6 or 7 paintings. And I might go down there again tomorrow and see what I gave the woman the woman who runs the place. I gave her my blog address, and
should have given her the Instagram account.
Why?
Because that has all your pictures on it.
And so go down there and see what she thought. See if she even bothered to look at it. But it'd be nice to have a little show again. I haven't had a show for 2 years, I think, 3 years maybe. It's been a while since I showed at that place, at that health food store. When was it? That was like November, December of like 2 years ago?
I don't remember.
It's been a while.
You were on Instagram. I remember that. It was after my photography thing.
That's been a while.
Yeah, because that was right after the blood transfusion.
You know,
I walked in there with a hospital bracelet on to do the hanging of the portraits.
Clay came over to visit during the time my paintings were up.
Oh yeah.
And when he walked in, I said, "What you been doing?" He said, "I just came back from seeing a great art show." And like an idiot, I said, "Really? Where?"
Yeah.
Oh, so the Jim Henson documentary came out today on Disney Plus, and I really wanted to watch it, but I didn't realize we don't have Disney Plus. So,
I'm not going to pay for it either.
no, not just for the one thing.
Mm.
I don't want to give any money to those people. Oh dear. I don't know. What we need to do is watch. If we watch anything at all this weekend, we should watch old episodes of Monty Python. That's what we're trying to do. Work our way through them.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh dear. What was it you were watching today?
Oh, a terrible movie from Netflix, Atlas.
A Jennifer Lopez movie.
God, it was terrible.
It looked horrible.
Big, dumb summer flop.
And the thing is, it didn't even look like that much action. It's just her sitting in a chair
And then them doing all the special effects
around her. Yeah.
Yeah.
All she had to do was emote. She didn't actually have to
Yes.
do anything.
And she did emote very well.
I've never seen the point of her. I never saw the appeal. I've been listening to Throwing Muses lately and Guided by Voices. I have 3 Guided by Voices albums that I have never really explored that much. I brought those to work, and I brought Throwing Muses and brought Black Sabbath's 3rd album. I need to get another copy of that because I want to have the tracks are all in the wrong order. And I would love to see the original LP version of that, to see what the inner sleeve looked like and all that. All this shit about the revival of vinyl, to me, the only appeal is the bigger artwork.
Yeah, and liner notes you could actually read.
Yeah. It's so funny when Sgt. Pepper came out, the Beatles printed the lyrics on the LP, and it was a big stink at the time because before that happened, people used to buy sheet music just so they could figure out what the lyrics were to songs. And
To give it away free. Oh my.
yeah, people were really worried.
And it actually made the fans very happy and more loyal as a result.
And it became just the standard practice to print the lyrics with the album.
At some point or another, Monty Python decided that they were going to have everything that they did, their whole catalog, online for free. And so for several years, you could get access to Monty Python's whole catalog. And it really worked quite well for them because then they began selling DVD collections. And then they eventually were able to get signed to different platforms because it had crossed the generations. And people had access to it and said, "My God, this is damn funny."
I'll tell you something, when the Rolling Stones 1986 album Dirty Work came out, Rolling Stone magazine gave it a horrible review, and they said as a further negative, they said this is the first time the Stones have ever included lyrics with the album, and they made some point about it, like this is just further proof that this album sucks, and that album doesn't suck at all. Speaking of that album, there was a cartoonist who was big at the time named Mark Merrick. He did the Hercules Amongst the North Americans strip for National Lampoon.
Great comic.
He did an illustration for the inner sleeve of that record. I think he also wrote the lyrics out for them with little tiny illustrations. But the point I'm making is, whatever happened to him? I've tried to find him online. He's just disappeared. I hate people who set up a website and then they don't do anything with it. He has a website, but it's been the it for 20 years. It just sits there. I don't understand somebody who gets into the business and just decides, well, I've had enough. I'm gonna evaporate now. It's kind of like, oh God, Mark Beyer, who did the Amy and Jordan strip for years and then disappeared.
I still can't get over this week's news. For Trump to have been found guilty of 34 felonies. All 34 felonies. It's amazing.
Yeah, but
I gotta tell you though, there's also a little bit of ha-ha when it comes to he cheated on his wife and he got caught in the most spectacular way.
I wish that
What
she
a
would publicly
fucking-
leave him.
Yeah, you cheating bastard. And after they had the baby, their little one is still a tiny little thing, you know? What a
She
bastard.
is probably so tied up with legal papers that if she steps out of line, she gets nothing. You know, that's probably what the situation is, and she knows that she has to keep her mouth shut.
Well, I don't know. I remember when they had the first year in office, she didn't live at the White House for the longest time. And part of the talk was that she was working to renegotiate what do you call it, prenup agreements, etc. I almost said NDA.
Yeah.
What kind of man needs NDAs? What kind of man cheats on his wife? Christ.
Well, I'm trying to think. What else has been going on? Not much. Just my work continues. I mean, my real work, my art. I don't know. What else is going on, Bonnie?
Grandkitty's not feeling well, so Reed's upset. I don't know. Reed and I are still seeking out furniture for her place, and
Are you and I going to do anything tomorrow?
we have to take off the trash. That's it.
Take off the trash
That's the
and
only real chore we have. And they're open relatively late, so we're lucky at that.
I wish it was a 3-day weekend. I wish we could go up to Buckhead and visit some art galleries. That'd be great. I don't know where we park though.
Hotel.
Go get a hotel room?
I tell you, when your sister gets married, the second ceremony of her second marriage, we ought to go up to Beaufort that weekend and grab a hotel room, go over, do our appearance, or we'll have to babysit Jane for part of it.
I don't think I've ever even been in Beaufort proper.
It's above Beaufort. I don't know. It's not Johns Creek. I forget what it's called. Someplace above Beaufort's where the ceremony is going to be held. The local ceremony. She's actually getting married in June out in Montana. So that's for all his people.
We've got to have a 3-day weekend soon. Go do something fun. We still haven't gone to Watson's Mill in the Subaru, so I can get a sticker for the car.
Yeah, that's true.
Last weekend, I went down to one of my favorite neighborhoods to drive around and look at houses. There's a neighborhood, maybe 12 miles from here, called Snapfinger, and almost the entirety of it is what they call shed style, a classic 70s style of home. And I'm driving around, with my camera ready, and there was a Subaru in one of the driveways, and the back of it was completely covered with stickers, and I got a picture of it. Maybe I'll include.
Yeah,
I'll use that picture for the for this video. And I feel like I I want a whole bunch of stickers on the back of my car, but they have to mean something. I want to get a Black Sabbath sticker again.
Yeah. We had that Sabbath sticker on the Prius twice because Prius got rear-ended. One of the Priuses got rear-ended, and we had the the Black Sabbath sticker on it. And when it got hit, I thought, oh, we're going to lose the Black Sabbath sticker, but it was on a panel, and the repair guy removed the panel to save us some money, and used the panel on the whole replacement back end. And so we had to keep the Black Sabbath sticker.
So my dad went with Bonnie
Oh,
down to the fix-it shop and heard the mechanic saying something about the sticker, and my dad was like, "What's that? What's Black Sabbath?" And it just,
I had to couch it.
well, it just
Yeah,
irks
well,
me.
It's a band, but it's based on that old movie, Black Sabbath. He goes, oh, yeah, I know the movie, but he didn't know the band.
But what, I don't understand living. Hey, these scissors need to go in my new bag. They're on the
Okay,
floor.
what were you saying?
I just don't understand being. God,
Existing?
he would have been. Let's say 72, 73. Trying to think.
He would have been in his
He went
20s.
25, 26,
Yeah.
and not knowing who the current bands are. I don't understand that. Of course, I don't know much about current bands now, but
Yeah, but once you're in your 50s and 60s, they kind of like, give up on trying to appeal to you anymore.
well, I don't know who the top 40 type bands, the current hip, pop bands, but I do know some current bands that are.
I know Keen, I know Radiohead,
Oh, that's
I
old
knew
news,
Billie
Bonnie.
Eilish.
You heard the name.
I've heard Billie Eilish songs. I thought some of them were quite funny.
Well, like,
I heard a Taylor Swift song this week,
oh
and then I
Lord.
played it back.
Well, High on Fire is a current band that I like a lot, and I guess the Sword is still functioning. Mastodon is still functioning. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that's current.
Was it The Head and the Heart? What was that? I can't remember.
You were big into Him for a while. Remember that?
Yeah, I really liked them for a while. Him for a while. Him for a while, yeah. But that's been quite a while back, though.
I wish I had every Guided by Voices album, and I wish I had all the solo records by Robert Pollard and Tobin Sprout. Ugh.
All I can reference is Crutch Games Linking. I
They-
love that song.
That's on one of their like sort of rarities albums. They've got thousands of songs. Oh dear me.
I had to ride in the car with Peter twice this week, and it was so weird hearing the radio. I haven't heard the radio in ages, it seems.
What does he listen to?
He listens to the local university station, and he listens to adult contemporary pop, and he listens to a classic station. Like he was listening to Year the Cat by...
Oh, Al Stewart.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in
Which is
40
so
years.
weird for him to be listening to.
Yeah, that song is soaked in the 70s. Speaking of which, I was listening to, like I said, I was listening to Black Sabbath's third album, and one of the songs on there is it Into the Void? Is that the name of the song? Anyway, there's a guitar lick near the end of the song, and in like a second and a half or 2 seconds, you have the sound of the 70s completely encapsulated right then. I was thinking about Peter last night when I was at work. He needs to hear the Stones' '68 album, Beggar's Banquet. I think that's something he needs to be exposed to. Last year sometime, we listened to Steel Wheels, the Stones' '89 album, and he really liked it. He was really impressed. I was amazed that he liked it so much. That is a good record.
Back in the 80s, there was this guy that was on General Hospital and then became a singer.
Rick Springfield.
Peter likes Rick Springfield, too.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, I know. And, yeah, he and I were in the car and we heard Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom, Jesse's girl. I mean, is there a relationship here?
That's funny. That is the old joke. What did Jesse's girl become Stacy's mom? Yeah, we heard that, and then we joked about having seen Stacy's dad the video online. But even that's so dated at this point. Yeah, I just don't follow anything. I didn't realize until I heard this Taylor Swift song that apparently all of her music now is about breakups. I don't know. I mean, last time I listened to Taylor Swift with any regularity was when Reed was in middle school, and Taylor Swift was still doing country music. So, yeah, and that was an aberration for Reed to actually like something that was classified as country.
I'll tell you something else. I was thinking about this last night. I wish Soul Coughing had stayed together.
Oh, yeah.
They only did 3 albums, and I wish they had done more than that. Because each album got better and better and better.
Yeah, but you know, there's one fabulous song.
Unmarked Helicopters.
Shut up, Super Bon Bots.
I found out what the lyrics to that are.
And I haven't even paid attention. I just like the title.
There's some other songs where I might have to look up tonight to find out what the lyrics are, because the way he sings, you can't, and the way he writes the lyrics, you can't tell because they don't make any sense a lot of the time.
Heroin.
Yeah. Oh, God. I need a good massage. Anyway.
Large mammal grooming.
All right, we've reached the end of the line here.
Think of a rope.
Anything else to say?
Lock him up.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.